It's challenge day, ladies and gentlemen. Remember Black Panther? It's challenge day. I'm gonna issue this challenge again. I issued this challenge several months ago, and I didn't get a single response to the challenge. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I posted the video several times. It did not get a response. But before we get into this, I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. This is yet another episode of Convos with Kenyatta. Make sure you are following me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you're feeling the content and you want to support the platform, go ahead and hit that Cash App, $BLAXKSQUAD, or you can hit the PayPal. All of that is in the description box. Now, you know what prompted this? Facebook friend of mine, who's also on my YouTube channel, Deacon Maker. He posted a picture of, I believe it was Judge Mathis, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and there was two other brothers in the picture. I can't remember who they were. And they were all standing there with their wives, right? Now, you know, Jordan has the youngest, most attractive wife out of the bunch, clearly. So I posted, just being silly, I posted, his wife is making the rest of them look bad, right? So, no more than 10 minutes later, this Umar Johnson wannabe comes in the comment section. Clearly a Umar Johnson wannabe, right? And he, what did he say? He said, Michael Jordan cheated on his wife and ran into the arms of a white woman, which, first off, she's not a white woman, she's Cuban. Okay. But, you know, to these type of Negroes, anything lighter than a paper bag is white. Okay. So he says, he ran into the arms of a white woman and he called her a snow beast. You know, 'cause, you know, they got to throw that in there, you know, 'cause that's supposed to make it, you know, sound more official. You know what I mean? And what did he say? He said, you know, the other men stuck with their wives through the long haul, so they're the ones who get the credit. He doesn't get credit for that, blah, blah, blah. So I responded to him pretty much saying, you know, well, first of all, Magic cheated on his wife too, obviously, and that's how he caught the cooties. I forget exactly what I said to him. But basically, I told him, you know, his argument. I told him, you know, the black man is a free man. Last time I checked, and the black man is, being a free man, is free to date and marry whoever the hell he chooses. I told him he sounds like he's trying to keep the black man on some sort of plantation of his own choosing. And I told him that his argument was steeped in emotion and bigotry, which it is. Right? Which brought me back to where we're going with this today, right? Because obviously, you know, listening to what the brother was saying in the comment section, it's clear as day what his point of view and worldview are, right? He's a conscious brother, and there's nothing wrong with being a conscious brother. However, there are some flawed, there's a whole lot of flaws in the rhetoric. And here's the challenge. I want one of you conscious brothers or conscious sisters to respond to this for once, seeing as how you didn't want to respond to it last time. And I know for a fact that many of you saw it, because I know for a fact that I tagged your asses in the fucking video. And I tagged you on purpose because I know that you are conscious brothers and conscious sisters who share the same ideal. So here's my question. And I challenge any conscious brother or any conscious sister to answer this question. Let me put it in context. If you were to ask a room full of so-called conscious black men and black women, if you were to ask a room full of so-called conscious black men and black women, can a white guy be married to a black woman and still be racist? You will get an emphatic yes. And you will even, and I can do it myself because it is true. That is absolutely true. And we can even point to certain people. For example, if we wanted to pull Thomas Jefferson out of the hat. Thomas Jefferson was married to Sally Heming, a black woman who was his slave, as well as many other plantation owners and slave owners who were married to their slaves. And we can even see present day, we even see the pictures these days with, you know, you'll see a bunch of guys out there with the Confederate flags or whatever, and it'll be a group of black women standing right next to them. Okay, so that is true. That is true. On the flip side, however, you ask that same room full of so-called conscious black men and black women, can a black man be married to a non-black woman and still be pro-black? You will get an emphatic no. Now, what is the difference? What is the difference? What's being said, what's not being said here, but what is being said if you pay attention. What's being said is the white man is not defined by his woman. What's being said is that the white man is not defined by his woman or the woman that he chooses to date or marry, because he is a man. And a man is not defined by the woman on his arm, regardless of what color he is. A man's worldview does not change or is not compromised based on who he chooses to date or marry, because he is a man. So, on the flip side, what's being said about the black man is that he is not a man, that he is a boy, or has the mentality of a boy, and that his worldview can change at a whim based on the woman who's on his arm. So my challenge is to you pro-black, or I'll say conscious brothers and sisters out there, please explain this to me. Explain to me why pro-black rhetoric, explain to me why pro-black rhetoric deems the white man to be a man, but deems the black man to be a fucking boy. Explain to me why pro-black rhetoric doesn't acknowledge the black man as a man. That's your challenge. That's your challenge. Yeah, you stepped in it. You stepped in it with your own rhetoric. with your own rhetoric, with your own so-called logic, with your own worldview, you stepped in it. You don't see the black man as a man, and I want you to explain to me why. Again, what you are saying is that the white man is a man because he is not defined by his woman. If you're saying that the black man is defined by his woman, then you are saying that the black man is not a man. So I'm going to need you conscious and pro-black and black power Negroes to explain this to me. And don't take it back now. You can't take it back now because you've been saying it for decades. You've been saying it for decades. You've been saying it so long that other races of people are very familiar with the rhetoric themselves. Umar Johnson himself will say that a white guy can be married to a black woman and still be a racist piece of shit, and then in the same breath say that a black man can't be married to a non-black woman and still be pro-black. He himself will say this. So again, I'm going to need for you conscious Negroes to explain to me why you don't view the black man as a man. I'd love to hear it. But I know I'm not going to get a response because there is no answering that question. There is no answering that question. The bottom line is as much as you talk of freedom and revolution, you don't see the black man truly as a free man. You don't. Which is why even within the community, whenever a black man tries to assume a patriarchal position of leadership in his family, the first thing you accuse him of is wanting to be like the white man. He's just trying to be a man. See, the truth of the matter is you view the white man as the epitome of manhood. You view him as the epitome of manhood. Because he is not the only man on the planet who assumes a patriarchal position in his family. Hispanic men do, Persian men, Arabic men, East Indian men. So why is it whenever the black man tries to assume a patriarchal position in his family, the first thing you jump to is white men? Because you view the white man as the epitome of manhood. And you also jump straight to white men because you intend for that to be a shaming tactic. You intend for that to be a shaming tactic. In other words, if you tell a black man that he's trying to be like the white man when he attempts to assume a patriarchal position in his family, you think that'll make a black man back off of it. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to be a white man. You know, that's how you expect a brother to react to that. And you do that because you do not view the black man as a man. And that's, you know what, too, that's also further proof that Jason Black's statement when he said that black feminism is the handmaiden of white supremacy. That's very much so a true statement. Black feminism is the handmaiden of white supremacy, because that right there is straight out of the playbook of black feminism. When you try to shame a brother by telling him he's trying to be like the white man if he tries to assume a patriarchal position of leadership over his own goddamn family. And it all comes back to the fact that you do not view the black man as a man. You view us as your attack dogs. You view us as your attack dogs, your whipping boys. You know, anything go wrong, blame the black man. You know what I'm saying? Black women twerking on top of Elmina Castle, blame it on black men. You know, black women dating a bunch of felons, a bunch of pookies and ray-rays, blame it on black men. Single motherhood is a problem amongst black women, blame it on black men. I'm surprised, at this point, I'm surprised that nobody is blaming the fact that 80% of the black women in this country are overweight. I'm surprised nobody's blaming that on black men yet. But I'm sure sooner or later somebody will fix up their mouth to say that it's black men's fault that black women are overweight. Because remember, I can't remember that chick's name. I always forget her name. She reminds me of Stacey Abrams. She reminds me of Stacey Abrams. But y'all remember that black chick that was on that show, and she blamed Donald Trump for her being overweight. Y'all remember that? The black chick that looks like Stacey Abrams. She was on that show and she blamed Donald Trump for her being overweight. Meanwhile, there's pictures of her from like 10 fucking years ago, before Donald Trump ever ran for president, where she's big as fuck. You know, it's always got to be blamed on somebody, right? But yeah, so that is the challenge. I want somebody to explain that to me. Explain that to me. Explain how the white man can marry a black woman or non-white woman and still be racist. But on the flip side, a black man can't marry a non-black woman and still be pro-black. And then I want you to explain how it is, because the bottom line is this: we are speaking as men. A man is not defined by his woman. Period. A man is not defined by his woman. That's a damn lie. A man is not defined by his woman. No man who is a man, let's put it that way, no man who is a man is defined by his woman. And you know that. And that's why when it comes to the white man, you will say that a white man can be married to a black woman or non-black woman or non-white woman in general, still be racist. But then when you get the black men, suddenly the black man isn't man enough to be with a non-black woman and still be pro-black, still maintain his worldview, still be for his own people. The white guy can do it, but the black guy can't do it. I need you to explain to me why. I need for you to explain to me why that is. So that's the challenge. I know it won't be answered. I know it won't be answered. And one of the reasons I know it won't be answered because a lot of y'all are totally incapable of thinking for yourselves. Totally incapable of thinking for yourselves and processing and analyzing information and processing and analyzing the world around you and coming to your own conclusions. The overwhelming vast majority of you, all you do is regurgitate the bullshit you hear coming out of Umar Johnson's mouth. And since Umar Johnson doesn't have an answer for it, you don't have one either, because you let Umar do the thinking for you. So again, I know I won't get a response, but yeah, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. Answer that for me, please. Let's see if you can do it. I'm interested. I'm very interested. I'm very interested. I want to hear this. I want to hear this so bad. You you have no idea how bad I want somebody to explain to me. I want one of you pro-black Negroes to explain to me why the white man is more of a man than the black man when it comes to this. Because that's exactly what the fuck you're saying. You're saying that the white man is not defined by his woman because he is a man. But the black man is defined by his woman because he's not a man. That's what the fuck you're saying. I need you to explain that to me. But I am Kenyatta Black. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, especially Instagram. Come over to my Instagram, man. Follow me on Instagram. You are going to get content on Instagram that you're not going to get on Facebook or YouTube. For example, I know y'all are very familiar with my reels. There's a series I do called Live with Martin Swartz. Live with Martin Swartz. Martin Swartz is a reporter who catches the action, and his commentary is the type of commentary that you would never hear on CNN. It's funny as fuck. I'm telling you, if you like my reels, you are going to love the Live with Martin Swartz series. Clearly, that's everybody's favorite series. Clearly. I wanted the Hit 'em Up series to be everybody's favorite, but, I can't tell the people. I can't tell the people what to like. The people have chosen the Live with Martin Swartz series as their favorite series, so it is what it is. I'm going to keep it going. However, I am not going to upload the Live with Martin Swartz series until I get to 100 followers on Instagram. Once I get to 100 followers, I will then upload all 18 volumes of the Live with Martin Swartz series, which is going to be a lot of fucking work, but I'm going to do it. So make sure you are following me on Instagram and hit that subscribe button and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And last but not least, again, if you like the content, support the content. Bless the Cash App, $BLAXKSQUAD, or you can hit the PayPal, and all of that is in the description box. Matter of fact, the Black Squad right there in the upper left-hand corner. You see that? $Black Squad. Right there. Go to your Cash App right now. Shoot a brother $5, man. Let me get a bottle of Moscato, man. Let me get a bottle of Moscato so I can come out here to the down by the water and sip on some Moscato. Look at this. I tell you, I'm gonna get me a fucking boat. I don't even know how to drive a goddamn boat, but I'm gonna get one, goddamn it. Look at it. See this water? These people out here. You know what though? You wanna see the fly boats? I'm gonna show y'all this shit right here. Apparently this is the rich people section over here. Because this is where all, like, these fucking boats that I'm about to show you. Make no fucking mistake, these boats right here cost more than most people's homes. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Apparently this is the rich people section right here. And you know what? Where's that one boat at? See, the nicest boat ain't even in the dock right now. They probably out there with a boat full of bitches. Look at that. Those boats right there cost more than most people's homes, man. And like I said, the nicest one isn't even there right now. That shit is huge. That shit is huge. But yeah, I'm gonna get me a boat one day. Go out there and go fishing. Just to go fishing. Shit, hit the cash app, baby. $ Black Squad. I'll come out here, sit next to the water and sip on a nice little bottle of Moscato. Donate to the Moscato Fund. Nah, but for real though, thank you for tuning in. This has been another episode of Convos with Kenyatta. I appreciate it. And yeah, that's the challenge. That is the challenge. Look at me, man. I got ashes in my beard. Let's see if somebody answers the challenge. Again, I would love for somebody to come into the comment section, come to the front of the congregation, come to the front of the congregation and explain to black men, explain to us why the white man is more of a man than us. Explain to us why the white man is not defined by his woman, but the black man is defined by his. Okay? Come to the front of the congregation and explain this to black men, because we would love to hear it. Alright? So again, make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube. I'm out. Shout out to the Black Squad. Deuces.